Hey y'all, so something that I wanted to just talk about real quick is that we need to get in a habit of detecting when the enemy is trying to attack our minds, which is a lot. And it's something that I always have to do. So with me, like, the enemy is always like putting lies in my head, like I'm not good enough, or I have to compare myself to other people, or, oh Tam, they're in grad school, you need to be in grad school too, or they have a real job and what are you doing? Nothing. Because the enemy knew that my plans were to go to grad school or get a full-time job or something like that. So the fact that I was weak, the enemy knew that I was weak, and he knew what to say or what to put in my head, which were lies. And something about God is that, for one thing, I knew that wasn't God putting that in my head, because for one thing, he would never say that. He's never going to make us feel that way. So I knew it was the enemy. And a verse that I always have to just reference. So in terms of the verse, it's 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, the 3rd verse. And it talks about how God gives us grace and peace. With grace, we don't deserve it and we don't earn it. But we need to learn to give that to others as well. Then in terms of peace, and in my belief, I think that God gives us peace, right? Yes. So if something happens and we do not have peace about it, I think that a lot of times the enemy is putting lies on our head. And he does that. Like I said, he does that. And that is why it is super important for us to detect when the enemy is putting lies on our head. Because we can think that God doesn't give us grace, or that he's the author of confusion, because he's not. He gives us peace and grace, y'all. I just wanted to create this video just to encourage you, just to detect when the enemy is speaking to you. Because anything that he tells us is a lie. L-I-E. A lie, honey. Because it is. It is. Because you know why? Because the enemy is here to steal, honey, kill, honey, and destroy. Yes, that's John 10:10. Look it up. No, but I'm serious. He is. He wants to steal, kill, and destroy everything that is good, that comes from God. So I know the video wasn't the shortest, but that's okay, because I do believe that someone needed this word. God placed it on my heart for a reason. Maybe it's you. Give me a heart. I don't know. But I do pray that we detect when the enemy is putting lies on our head, and that we guard our hearts.